Okay, so we've dolled up the doll to whatever level of detail we find necessary and found a location, this being in silico, as I noted in the last video. And now we're going to start considering posing. So I know I mentioned before that I'm in Firestorm right now, and I use Firestorm to do a lot of my setup. Like I said in the previous videos, I'll use Firestorm to set up for all the elements except for the actual shooting, but I also don't use it to do the posing. I do it to sort of nail down maybe a starting point for my posing. So 2 ways that I can do that. I do have a poser. It's a stand that I usually res in world, and I can put my character on that or another person's character on that and start posing in world with a HUD, a heads up display, that allows me to pose my character or another person's character. However, since I said also before that we're at someone else's sim, I can't res anything down. So that takes away my ability to stand on an item and pose myself in world, which is okay because that posing system has severe limitations to it as it is. So I don't use it that often, only whenever I'm having to pose other people and not my own characters. So I do use Firestorm in order to get a baseline for posing, but the beauty of using Black Dragon is that Niren, who is the developer and creator of Black Dragon, actually took it upon himself to create a poser that is integrated into the viewer. Most amazing, most amazing, most amazing. I can't express how much I love that tool. It allows me to pose on the fly. It allows me to pose at any location, anywhere in this vast sandbox game. And it also allows me to do things in the tiniest of increments to the level of detail that I always aspire to be as far as a photographer in world. And you'll get to see that. So it'll probably inspire a lot of you to use Black Dragon. I know that the people that I've actually given pointers to and helped sort of coach in how to shoot in a virtual sense have pretty much all gone to Black Dragon after I've shown them or talked to them about the capabilities of the viewer. So that being said, we're still in Firestorm. I'm going to open up my inventory and you'll see, if you can see, I know this is pretty small, but there is a folder called animations, and within that I have a folder called poses, and within that I have sub-organized folders that have all kinds of things, one being organized poses. So I organized a bunch of poses that way back in the day I had purchased. Until I started learning how to create my own poses, I used to buy them. I don't really use them other than for a starting point. So sometimes whenever I feel like I'm not going to have much time to sit there and drill down every single joint from scratch, I might start with a pose that someone else created and then just bounce off of that. It might have like all the bits and pieces that I'm looking for as far as major joints, and then I go in and create something different from that. I don't sell any of these poses. I keep them all for myself. So they are housed within the Black Dragon viewer. So to get started, I do have a bunch here that say standing. I'm probably going to be standing in this just because I think this is going to end up being my location that I'm going to shoot at. So let's start with just a few. I'll open them up. I'll just start playing in world so that I can see what they do. If they're not what I like, I close it down, play in world, pick something up, and, just keep going through them, seeing if there's anything that clicks with me. Not too many in that pile up. And I'll show you another method that I use too. Not sure what kind of look I'm really going for, to be honest. If I want to do superhero girl or model, it really just depends on what I feel. I don't care if... and this is what happens a lot in this game, where poses are created by a designer or creator that's posing with a particular body style of character and it doesn't fit or suit your character. That's fine, because when I go in and I edit using Black Dragon, it's easy for me to like get my hand off my butt or out of my hair or someplace that it just didn't fit, because my character shape doesn't fit the shape that it was designed for initially. If that makes sense. Some of these designers for poses do make some called junk in the trunk or model-esque, which helps you, oh, she's got big hips, we can try that. Doesn't always work. Characters change so much in this game. You just never know where they're going to end up. So I'm just kind of going through, seeing what works. Not really seeing anything that I like right now. Yeah. I don't really care about. And I was just going through these the other day, actually, so I kind of already have an idea. Let's go to this standing. Not really. Now, if I start doing that and I'm not really finding anything I like, that, I don't know, just it's not clicking with me for the moment, there are animation overriders that most people use. I'm in one right now. And these AOs have mocapped animations. So I'm just going to go ahead and like run through some of my mocap, and I can actually start a pose from a mocap animation. And I'll show you how I do that, because I'm probably going to end up using one of these. I just have to nail down like which one, because I'm going to have to find it in my inventory. You'll see what I mean by that. So going through my animations, I might even pull out a dance. I kind of like that one. Maybe. That one. Yeah, okay. So this one, VAH stand 02. Hopefully I'll remember that. Alright, so that looks natural. Alright, so that's probably going to be my start point, and then I'll probably like move around that. I do have a lot of saved poses as well that I can pull back, reload into the system, and who knows, it might spawn me to want to use that instead, spawn some kind of idea. So we'll take a look at that and see where we land. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Black Dragon, because at this point I won't be able to like measure my preference with Windlight or anything else poses until I get into Black Dragon and start utilizing everything in that viewer. So I'll be right back.